What's up?
I'm Ryan.
I'm Aaron.
And together we are
Functionally Literate.
And we are talking about 12 months, chapters 33 through 36, the most recent iteration of the Dresden Files. Iteration's the wrong word. Entry.
Volume.
Case file. Although they haven't been cases in a long time. By Jim Butcher. These are some good chapters.
Yeah, a lot of interesting stuff happens.
But
we did get some answers.
But let's first briefly recap the last episode.
Oh, wow.
Chapter 29 is how Harry bound Lara's hunger within her at the strike of the new year. It was successful. It worked. The thing he was doing, he could see that it could work. He just wasn't doing exactly what he wanted to do to Thomas.
Yeah.
Chapter 30 is how Harry modeled to his apprentice how to be good.
Very good.
He also admitted that Murphy is dead to someone new that didn't know anything about that. Fitz had met Murphy once or twice.
Or knew of her.
Yeah. Chapter 31 is how Harry investigated the wire curse attacks.
Bum, bum, bum.
Chapter 32 is how Harry figured out who was behind the wire curse attacks. It was Bach and some of the kitchen witches of the Ordo Lebis. He fucked up their ritual and gave them a firm warning to stop. And by the way they reacted was so funny. Well, what if we don't stop? I will refer you to see above. Wardens will cut your heads off and murder you.
And they said, well, that's a compelling argument.
Chapter 33.
How Daniel Carpenter set the Brotherhood of St. Bridget straight. This was so funny.
I love
this. Daniel is in every way Michael's son.
Maybe slightly more direct.
And that is what I mean in every way he is Michael's son. Because you can see where the influence came from. But he is very much his own person. He's not a little Michael clone. He doesn't do things the way Michael would. He does things inspired by Michael.
You can see Charity's influence.
For sure. So
it's all of Michael's compassion and Charity's directness.
Uh-huh. Goddamn. That boy said to Harry, back off, let me handle this. You, from this point forward, are an observer. And Harry's like, all right. I mean, if things go sideways, fuck that. But all right, I'll let him do his thing. He should handle this on his own, if he can handle it on his own. And he goes in there and he's like, Carl, I want to talk to you. And Carl's like, about what? He's like, I want to talk in private. Why is the wizard here? Oh, he's going to be my witness. All right, well, my goons are going to be my witnesses. And
there are
like,
4 of them.
Yeah. And then fucking Daniel's like, all right. It's come to my attention that you are harming innocents. You will stop. And he's like, no, they're not innocents. They're witches. They were fucking eating us. He's so fucking stupid. Carl
He said some of the other weirdness in town is eating us. And these are also weird. So they must be the same thing.
He's conflating so hard. And Harry was trying to charitably understand how, from Carl's point of view, he was justified. He tried.
Now, conflating, that's different than fullating, right?
Right.
Okay.
And so then because Daniel's like, we're not arguing here. This stops now. And Carl's like, I knew we couldn't trust you. You've been influenced. What exactly was it that he said?
What they say about his family is right. Maybe they've become a little too friendly with the unnatural.
And so Daniel's like, all right, I've accepted your challenge.
Michael fucking Carpenter, the guy who works with angels, the Fist of God, is unnatural.
Shows you how far Carl is off the mark.
Red hat.
And so
called it.
So Daniel's like, all right, I accept your challenge. And Carl's like, what? And he's like, I accept your challenge. You have challenged my authority. You have laid down an insult on myself and my family that I cannot let go unanswered and still be in charge. So because you've challenged my authority, I am going to accept your challenge, and it's going to be trial by combat. How would you like to do this? We can do fist fighting or a sword, but I wouldn't recommend it because, I was trained very well. And he was like, Jesus. No, actually, it was Michael. It was like the one chime in Harry had. Couldn't help himself.
So I can't help but think that Daniel got a little bit of this from Harry, because this next line that he says just sounds Harry.
Right.
So, see, the way I see it, Carl, is that you've gotten to thinking that if you're strong enough to do it, you have the right to. And your actions are a direct challenge to my authority. And then he pulls up his sleeves and squares up and he says, I'll come towards you and we'll settle this your way. And I'm like, if that's not a fucking Harry move.
And then Carl is like, no, wait a minute. And then he's like, it's 5 against 1. And then Daniel sucker punches one of Carl's goons and then
fucking kidney punches Carl.
Yup.
And now suddenly it's 3-1 and they're like, maybe we don't like these odds.
I don't think I want to fight you. And like Harry was like, sucker punching 2 people is not the same thing as going 3 against 1. And he was like ready to fight too. And then, but those guys are like, I don't know. I don't think I want to be like Carl puking on the floor there. I'm good. And he's like, you 3 are going to take these 2 back to the church. You're going to take care of them. And then the 5 of us are going to have a little chat with Father Forthill and my father.
Daniel handles his shit. Be like Daniel.
Be more like Daniel. That was amazing. And then, like, they were talking about it afterwards, and that was a pretty funny conversation because he was like, listen, I wasn't going to, like, because Harry was like, he's like, I was ready to fight. I was ready. And he's like, I told you to back off. And he's like, if it makes you feel better, I only would have stepped in if it didn't go your way. If your conversation didn't go your way. Could you imagine if I had to explain to your mother and your wife why I let you get the shit kicked out of you? Or shot?
And Daniel kind of acknowledges, that's a fair point. I wouldn't want to explain stuff to my mom either. He doesn't say that, but I got that vibe.
Just such a lovely way to wrap up this silly nonsense with Bach and the Kitchen Witches.
My favorite is the closing sentence in this chapter. Daniel asks Harry, how'd you know it was the right time for that? I put my hand on Daniel's shoulder and said, experience, kid. I've done well trusting carpenters.
Yeah.
Like, it's just that's a neat little bow.
It's a nice little thing. The carpenters are lovely.
And so Harry has solved 2 problems at this point.
Yeah.
He's gotten rid of the people roughing up the magical community.
Yeah.
For Bach.
Yeah.
And he got rid of the source of black magic in town.
Yeah.
Allegedly. There might be more, but this was pretty obvious.
The wire curse thing could be a red herring, but I don't think it is.
Yeah.
Because
it happened after Carlos's talk with him.
Carlos first arrives to talk to him in...
The black magic was on Carlos's second visit, though.
Yeah. So the first visit was chapter 6. Second visit was chapter 20. The first instance of black magic that was seen was in chapter 22.
Yeah, that's got to be it, right?
The first time that we heard that there was an issue with black magic, not with black magic, but with normies threatening minor talents, was in chapter 19. It was literally 1 chapter later that Carlos is like, hey, we got black magic problems.
Yeah?
So that lines up. I don't think this is a red herring. I think Harry did solve this problem.
Check that off the list.
That's great. Now we can get on to the stuff that we really want to talk about. Chapter 34. How the Shade of Murphy told Harry that he needed to move on. Man, this one was sad.
Murphy's shade brings up the exact point that I was telling you about, though.
Yeah?
She's compelled.
Yeah.
And she basically tells Harry, she's like, I don't have a lot of choice in this.
Yeah.
You call me here, and I kind of have to come. I'm happy to do it,
Yeah.
but you see the thing, right?
Yeah. Like, she's not choosing to go. She's coming into being because he's summoning her.
Yeah.
It's, and not only does she say that, she points out to him a very important fact that he's ignoring, which is that she's not Murphy. And the moment she broke that illusion, I think was when he was able to start hearing what she was telling him. What it sounds like she's been telling him, but really making clear, like, I'm not her. I was born from her death. Like, I'm really actually not all that upset that Rudolph killed Murphy because I wouldn't be here right now if he hadn't done that.
You know something I'm wondering? Do you remember in Ghost Story?
Yeah.
When Harry is a shade, who's the first person, like one of the first people he meets?
Was Murphy's dad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At this, like, supernatural ghost detective agency.
Yeah, it was like, it felt like they were in purgatory.
Yeah.
Like, that was how it felt to me.
You think Murphy's shade is working with her dad?
That would be cool.
And she just keeps getting yoinked back over here, and she's like, I was trying to do something.
That's a nice idea. That's a nice idea. I wonder, though, if he had done that, if it would have actually, like, if she was working for that, like, post-mortem agency, if what Harry's doing would even work, though.
I mean, they're just shades.
They're just shades.
They're all shades.
Yeah. But I feel like the ones that work for Mr. Sunshine aren't just shades.
Well, so they're given the option to do two things. They're given the option to either stay and work and help, or move along.
Yeah.
Murphy's still around.
Yeah. But the shades, like, that are hanging around in the mortal world aren't necessarily given that option. They just kind of appear.
Yeah, but they're not all, like, special. Some of them are just, like, vague reminiscences.
Right. But she's a pretty strong imprint. At least she seems to be.
Yeah, just like her dad.
Yeah.
And Mort saw Karen's shade running around.
Yeah.
Like, outside of this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could be.
Maybe.
It'd be fun. That'd be an interesting little tidbit.
Might be.
The Murphys working together again.
Well, you say again, for the first time, really.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah. Because, you know, he died when she was a kid.
Yeah, well, he shot himself when she was a kid.
Uh-huh. That's what I said.
Yeah.
He died.
That usually does result in death.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel like Bear this whole time is just, like, listening to Harry talk to this shade every night?
Oh, 100%.
I don't like that.
That's kind of her job.
To listen to him? No.
To make sure he's not getting into any trouble.
Yeah, that's fair. How do you feel about how Bear handled this problem? Like, when he, like, spilled his guts to her?
I feel like that's what Harry needed.
Yeah.
Harry responds well to that kind of thing.
Yeah.
If she had coddled him,
love.
he'd be like, okay, and then he would have summoned her back again the next night.
Yeah. He needed tough love.
Yeah, because that's the same shit that Michael does to him.
Mm-hmm.
How many times has Michael been like, Harry, shut the fuck up?
Not many, but...
Sorry, pardon. Shut the flip up.
Not many, but it's happening with increasing frequency, for sure.
Yeah. Because Michael knows that Harry's kind of stupid sometimes.
It took him a while to figure out how to talk to Harry, I think, about these issues. Like, he didn't really get through to him early on.
I don't think they were there yet.
Nah, it took a bit.
They weren't friends. They weren't They were friends. They weren't that.
They weren't forged in fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Molly does the same thing. Thomas does the same thing.
They know. They're like, this is the only way to talk to him. It's the only way he'll hear you. You gotta be...
Susan and Karen did the same thing.
You gotta be direct, like a brick.
Yeah. So, the thing I wanted to bring up.
Mm-hmm.
Karen Shade asked Harry, what do you think you should have done? What do you think you should have done differently?
Yeah.
And he said knocked her over the head and dropped her off at McAnally's.
Yeah.
And she's like, how do you think that would have gone for you?
Yeah. She's like, assuming you would have actually successfully done that.
Right. Like, you would have lost her that way too.
And he was like, but she'd be alive. And then they get into Mab and how her influence, like, allowed Murphy to be able to go. But then he starts thinking about all of the other things he could have done differently. And he starts thinking about shit that he could have done differently a long time ago. A long time ago. Like, years and years ago. And a bunch of different little things that all culminated in Murphy dying.
Little things that, I don't know, could be changed with, like, time travel or something.
Uh-huh. And that's exactly what I was thinking, too.
Uh-huh.
I was thinking, man, this seems to me like mirror, mirror, like he's going to be fucking around dealing with a version of himself that is exactly what he wants. I'm thinking that if Mirror Mirror becomes a time travel thing, it's not going to be precisely time travel. It's going to be, he's going to go fucking around looking for a timeline that is exactly what he wants. And when he gets it, he's going to realize that it's not actually what he wanted.
I don't know if it'll be that. Because I think he's happy where he is.
Maybe. I think
a couple chapters later,
he's
content.
He's making progress. I don't know if that doesn't mean he's not above backsliding.
Fair.
Chapter 35. How Harry went on his 7th date with Lara, and how they asked Thomas to make a choice. You know, it never really occurred to me, and I don't think it's actually really occurred to any of the fans in those Dresden subreddit threads, that this is kind of Thomas's choice.
Yeah.
Certainly never occurred to Harry. Good on you, Lara, for pointing that out. Because, like, in all of these, like, hypothetical discussions about Butters, like, slicing the hunger out of Thomas, nobody ever thought to ask the moral question, at least not that I've noticed. Is that okay to do?
I think they all assume that Thomas would still be unconscious.
Uh-huh.
Because at that point, you can't wake him up and ask him. You just kind of have to do whatever you can to save him.
No, Harry kind of spelled out that they'd be able to talk to him, as I recall.
Well, sure. Eventually. We didn't know the timeline on that.
True. Anyway, I thought their date was cute.
Yeah. No French restaurant.
This was a good direction, like, going to Thomas and just asking him.
I thought it was interesting to figure out what Harry actually did and why she wasn't hungry.
Yeah.
He just fed her.
Yeah, he just fed her straight magic.
And she liked it a lot.
Of course. I mean, who wouldn't like just being fed straight magic?
Well, and it makes sense. So do you remember when, after the circle broke and she collapsed, what happened?
She let out some pleasurable noises. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is why she was no longer hungry.
Because she had fed.
Which, by the by, when they were talking about this whole idea of Harry feeding Thomas's hunger, it really felt kind of squeaky to me because of the way they normally feed.
Boinking?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Like, it just feels, I don't know, like, I kind of get why Lara felt, like, weird and uncomfortable talking about it with someone that's, like, not a white court vampire. And also, I thought it was very amusing that Harry was more attracted to Lara when she was all awkward and uncomfortable and hesitant and not knowing what to say than she is normally.
Yeah.
He was like, oh shit, she's way more dangerous like this. I'm never going to tell her that she's more dangerous like this.
It also, it really brings some, like, an interesting point to their relationship. If they want to keep the thing going and she really doesn't want to, like, keep feeding.
This is a viable solution.
Just like once a month, he just goes, here.
Hey, gal. Hey, you want to have like normal sex now?
Yeah. Like legitimately, he just fucking force feeds the demon, keeps it quiet, and then they just do normal boinks.
And then they could have like genuine intimacy.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Right.
Interesting. This, I think, is gonna cause some problems if people find out about it.
Feeding on wizards like that?
Uh-huh. Because she, I don't think, understands that the only reason this is possible is because Harry is Starborn.
Allegedly. That's Harry's theory, we don't know.
I'm gonna agree. I'm inclined to agree with Harry here. I don't think this is something another person could do. Right? Because he spells it out in chapter 29, right? Like, he said that the nature of him being Starborn, it forces them to listen when he speaks. It forces them to, like, actually have to face him because the things that they do don't work on him.
Yeah, but you think they would, the hungers, plural, would be more inclined if they knew what kind of meal they were gonna get. Just sit there going, ooh, num-nums. Like,
I am curious to know how Lara's hunger would react if he did this to her again.
It liked it, apparently.
When it was over, it fought him a lot. And so I'm wondering if it would react the same way. Because
pop out and go.
Right, because in order to be fed, it has to be taken out.
Yeah.
Like, that's fascinating.
Unless he comes up with some other way to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he probably would. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting, huh?
I wonder if, like, there's, like, trusted vampires that, like, she could offer up to be further test subjects. Like, ones that she knows aren't happy with their lot in life and would maybe want to have a go at being mortal. And they're, like, willing to risk their life.
Yeah.
But, anyway, coming back to Thomas. Thought it was really funny that Harry's like, we'll have to go through the Never Never. And she's like, no, I have a helicopter. And he's like, I don't do well with modern tech. And she's like, what do you take me for? We're going to ride the Mashcopter.
I don't... If they actually do get married.
Yeah.
I don't think Harry's going to know what to do with himself with access to all this, like, actual money.
He's not wired to think that way. Like, a chapter or so before he goes on his date with Lara, he's like thinking about how he's going to get out to the island to prep Demon Reach for the fact that he's going to be doing this crazy, insane ritual.
Or when he's telling her about it, he's like, I don't think I'm going to be able to afford this castle in a few months. And she's like, what's that like?
She's like, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, he told her, like, I think I'm going to run out of money. And he told Fitz, I think I'm going to run out of money. And he's just not thinking about the fact that, my guy, you are marrying into one of the wealthiest families around. Certainly one of the wealthiest families of Chicago. I think you'll be okay, man.
A family that has on retainer, not one, but 2 Valkyries.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, my guy, I think you'll be okay. Like, I think she might be willing to give you some money. You might actually, one might say, be entitled to that money.
What's yours is mine, right? Shit, she might get him a credit card.
Ooh.
Can you imagine Dresden with a Wraith credit card?
He wouldn't know what to do with it.
No, he just keeps it in his wallet and goes, "This I didn't use it in time. I need another one. This one went dead from my magic again."
The mag strip burned out. Can I get another one? Okay, thanks. Love
They're like,
you.
but you didn't even use that one. He's like, I know, but I need to put gas in the car.
He's like, hey, listen, I know you like giving out credit cards. I know that's your thing, but can I have cash?
She just gives him like $1,000 bill. He's like, how
Oh
am I gonna
no,
break
even
this?
better. He gives her all of his gemstones and be like, hey, could you give me like the at cost value of these, please? This is absurd. This whole thing, it's still absurd. Like, I know Mab has like perfectly good reasons, but those perfectly good reasons result in bug nuts nonsense.
Mab needs to pay Harry.
You know, I bet she would if he asked.
Well, and they go when he first gets recruited and he's in Arctis Tour.
Yeah.
They mention a stipend or a salary or something.
Uh-huh.
And then they never mention it again.
Yeah, he just doesn't cash in on it. And I think it's just a part of who Harry is. I've seen this discussed before, right? Like, I've seen people talk about this on the Dresden subreddit. They were just like, you know, I'm willing to bet that if he just asked, he would get money. Like, it's like part of the package deal.
Yeah.
But most likely, I think, Mab knows he wouldn't accept it, and so she's just kind of set things up for him to give him opportunities to get what he wants, so he thinks he got it himself.
Or he'd ask her for money and she'd be like, that's not my fucking problem. That also sounds in character.
I don't know, man. I mean, Molly's got money. Why can't he have money?
Yeah, but she's the winter lady.
He's the winter knight.
Yeah, and they don't give a two fucks about the night.
Ronald Rule had an apartment that he definitely didn't pay for himself.
Yeah, but he had a day job. He was like an artist or something.
You know, I can't argue with that. What about Slade? Or Slate, or whatever the hell his name was.
Lloyd Slate had hookers and blow.
Right. Where does one get hookers and blow money?
I don't know. He had all the he could sleep with.
Uh-huh.
And I'm guessing maybe the had drugs that he just said, I'm the winter knight, give me drugs. And they said, what that dick do? And he said, okay, let me show you.
This dick do this. Give me drugs.
Because apparently he just took things he wanted.
Yeah, he did. Mm-hmm.
Like, according to, like, Lily and everybody else, he just took stuff he wanted.
He just took what he wanted.
So I don't think, maybe Lloyd Slate didn't need money because he just, yeah.
He raped his way to success.
Success? Quotes?
Well, it came to a very sad end for him.
Great success.
Do you know the thing that stands out to me about Lloyd Slate and when Harry killed him? The dude had things engraved into his teeth.
Yeah, he had teeth tattoos.
Uh-huh.
Mab had painstakingly engraved each of his teeth.
Uh-huh. That lady's freaky.
I don't want to think about that. I don't know. I got weird shit about my teeth, dude. I don't want to know. She didn't tattoo his eyeballs. That's fine. So, they get to the island.
Yeah.
Talk to Thomas. Actually, give him the choice, right?
They actually ask him. And he's like, listen, if you want me to cut it out of you, I can do it next week. If you want me to keep it intact, give me 6 weeks and some cooperation from Lara.
And he's like, listen, human Thomas sounds great. But that won't help. Human Thomas won't help Justine.
Yeah.
Give him my demon.
Yeah.
Which is a respectable decision.
I was like, damn. That makes sense.
Yeah?
Makes sense.
Because Thomas is great. I wonder if Harry will...
If he's human, he's out of the game.
Yeah?
He's off the board. He's no good to anyone mortal.
I mean...
To Justine, but only after they get her back. Safe and
He's
sound.
got some, like, weapons training and stuff.
Yeah.
He could at least get to, like, maybe Murphy level.
Maybe.
With some really hard work.
But how well is he gonna adjust to just being a dude?
And not being able to, like, shrug off getting shot.
Uh-huh.
He's not used to dodging as much.
Nah.
He just tanks it.
Yeah.
I guess he tries to dodge.
He's pretty fast. He's a pretty fast guy.
With vampire speed.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. But he still tanks hits.
Yeah. No, his logic is sound. I'm glad they gave him the choice.
Yeah.
Chapter 36. How Harry met the Spice Goyles.
It's such a stupid title.
So fucking stupid. The Spice Goyles. So I was not expecting any of this at all.
No. But he's been mentioning something flapping around the entire damn book.
And we have not mentioned it. Why didn't we touch on this?
I think I meant to. And I'm like, that's probably, I don't know, it's not important. It's been like a throwaway line in like 2 or 3 chapters.
But it came up a few times. So the way this chapter starts is Harry is on the roof, of course. He spends a lot of time on the roof. And he's up there with Maggie and with Toot Toot. Toot Toot is the size of a small child now, which is crazy.
Like a straight up fucking toddler.
Like straight up the size of a toddler.
With a sword.
He's wearing toddler clothes and he has his sword and he's waiting for his new armor.
I think Toot Toot's gonna get like people sized.
I mean, he kind of is people sized.
No,
I know. I know what you mean. But
he's gonna turn into a full she.
I don't know. I don't think I like the wording of full she. I think he is full she.
No. He's a dewdrop fairy.
Right.
The high she.
The high she. Yeah. Sure. He's not part of summer or winter. The only reason he's part of winter is because he's aligned with Harry.
He's winter.
Now he is because he's aligned with Harry.
Yeah.
The moment Harry is no longer a winter knight, Toot Toot is still aligned with Harry. He's tangentially winter.
Fair.
Like, I remember in one of the earlier books, I think it was Summer Night, actually, like, he was wary of Harry because Harry was winter's emissary and he could sense it on him. And he's like, oh, I don't know, man.
And then, like, I don't know, 6 books later, he's dyeing his hair purple and is like, fuck yeah, we're winter now, dude.
We're all winter now, dude. Fuck yeah. You're winter? Yeah, me too. We're all winter.
Fucking Marster's in his, like, squeaky toot voice.
Yeah.
But my luge.
I'm actually curious about that. I want to know if he's going to adjust the voice now that he's getting bigger.
Sorry. But my luge.
But my dude. This cannot be born. No pizza. This cannot be born.
They're gonna have to change his name from Toot Toot Minimus to Toot Toot Maximus here in a bit.
Hey, people could call him Max.
No.
Listen, if he becomes a full-on fairy, a full-on fae,
High she.
he cannot go on being called Toot Toot. That is offensive to... No.
Can you imagine him walking into like a fairy function and it's like, this guy's name is like Mevalor, and he's like, what's your name? Like, I'm Toot Toot.
I'm Toot Toot.
Sup. All the ladies call me T.
I'm in love with a tooth fairy.
We haven't seen Lacuna yet.
No, we haven't.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Anyway, so he's up there with his daughter. He's thinking about shit. She's like, what you thinking about? Are you okay? And he's like, I'm not going to tell her what's on my mind. That's not responsible for an adult to do. So he's like, oh, I'm just thinking about stuff. And she's like, thinking about Thomas? He's like, yeah. Hey, you going to go have dinner with so-and-so? And she's like, yeah. And you'll read to me after, right? And he's like, yup, sure will. She's like, okay, see you later.
You get your bit with Bonnie.
I did get a bit with Bonnie. I appreciated that. I appreciated that he was actually being a little bit of a parent to Bonnie. That was nice. However, the important thing was that Harry, and I love the way that he phrased it. He was like, I think my brain is actually coming back online. I think I'm actually being a person again. I think I'm actually feeling better. Like he's actually had a proper turning point. He's like, and he was thinking with his head and his heart in tandem. And he didn't feel alone anymore when he accepted, like, I need to move on.
Yeah, and he did a little bit of self-care. He let Murphy go.
Yeah. Or started to. I don't think that's something you can just do and like 100%. It takes a lot of time, man.
It does.
Like it took,
but like
when my dad died, it took like 3 years.
yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
I remember after my mom died, it was very like they were still hard days.
Yeah. I'm happy for him. Genuinely. Yeah. I'm glad that he's starting to actually think clearly, and I'm glad it's because his daughter was around. I'm glad he's making good choices. But the Spice Goyles, though. So he hears this fucking flapping, and he's feeling some proper wizard annoyance, and he's like, all right, come down here. Or buzz off. There's pot pie waiting. He invited in something that he didn't know what it was. Insane choices. Insane behavior.
He didn't actually invite it.
What did he say?
Time you show yourself or leave me the hell alone.
He asked it to show itself. Apparently that counts as an invitation.
I guess.
He didn't say, hey, leave me the hell alone. He said, show yourself. Or leave me the hell alone. So it's like, come down here or get out. So, I'm surprised. I'm very surprised. And I love them. I love the Spice Gargoyles. This is amazing. Because not only do we get Basil, who is basically a flying Drax. He also has, how many of them are there? 8 of them?
There's 7 total, counting Basil.
There's 7 of them. And they were made by the same guy that made Bob.
And Bob fucking hates them.
And Bob hates them. And they feed on stories. 1 per day.
Can you imagine Dresden like reading a story to Maggie at night, and then just the gargoyles crowding around him?
You joke, but I think that might start happening.
Yeah.
I think that's so cute. I hope that happens as opposed to Bob reading to them. I hope to God Bob never reads to them.
Bob reading him a romance novel.
Bob should never read anything to them. Nothing he suggests will be a good idea, and it'll just corrupt these lovely, lovely Goyles.
No, but really, this is when the boobs come out.
He's like, no, don't let them stay. They're awful. They just stand around and guard and take everything literally.
And they don't get jokes.
They don't get jokes.
But it's like, it's interesting because it's like, we were created to protect the castle.
They were created to protect a good wizard's castle.
Yeah.
I get an impression that the castle is actually kind of important for them to even appear at all. I don't think they would have appeared because he's a good wizard with a castle. This thing didn't show up until he had a castle.
I have considered the idea that owning a castle does something to a wizard's state of mind. That's what Basil says.
And I think he has a point. Like, you know some throwaway lines from Summer Night that stand out to me?
Yeah.
When they were doing roll call to see who was available that was eligible to join the senior council, and they were calling people out, and it's like, oh, he got real married. Pyramid sitting. Crazy shit like that. Like, can you imagine owning a pyramid, what that would do to you?
I don't want to own a pyramid. It seems boring. I'll take a castle.
boring.
Yeah, no, can you imagine, like, oh no, my room's at the top, but the ceilings are fucking, like, triangular? Man.
I mean, let's be real. If you live in a pyramid, you basically live in a city. Or a small town, at least.
I don't like sand.
I don't like sand.
It's rough and coarse, and it gets everywhere.
This is the other reason why you don't want to live in a pyramid.
Now, to be fair, there are pyramids in non-sandy places.
Yeah, like Chichen Itza.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're not, like, really pyramids. They're like...
Oh, no, you stop that. Step pyramids are pyramids.
But we also find out a bit about Bob. Like, you made a comment when we were reading. You were like, you couldn't help yourself. You were like, oh, man, Bob's way older than I thought.
Bob's over 1,000 years old.
Easily. Because apparently the last time he saw the gargoyles was 1,000 years ago.
Roughly. Which is insane.
Yeah. And we get to find out who his creator was.
Yeah, Etienne the Enchanter. I feel like we knew that.
I have no recollection.
Bob has talked about Etienne the Enchanter before.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Early books, he's talking about previous owners.
Okay. Yeah. But I think that's interesting. And they're like, yeah, no, Etienne's the real deal. Real gargoyles, not like those pale imitations Ancient Mai makes.
I told you Ancient Mai was useless. Fuck that old bitch.
To Harry. Hey now, hey. Be nice.
To Ancient Mai?
Yeah.
She's a dick.
Yeah.
Every time we see her on screen,
yeah,
she's a dick.
Yeah, you just don't call her. You don't have to call her a bitch, though.
I'm sorry.
Okay, cool. Jerk. Asshole.
Dickhead.
Yeah.
Literally any other word.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry.
Yeah. Aaron, tell me what all these Spice Goyles are called.
So there's basil.
There's basil.
Bay.
Bay.
Bay leaf.
Like bay leaf.
Thyme.
Cardamom.
Sage. Parsley.
And cinnamon.
And the little one is cinnamon.
Love it.
And apparently, as Bob says, they're all named that because Etienne liked to cook.
Yeah. And he said it with, like, some real vinegar in his voice, I feel like.
Sourly.
Yeah. So cute.
It's so interesting.
I love the direction Butcher is taking this book, and I'm very interested to see how this is going to affect things long term. It's so fun. This is a nice book.
We're 2/3 of the way through the book.
I love this book. This is a great book. This is everything I wanted it to be.
This is so much better than Ghost Story.
Yeah.
As far as transition novel, of the two transition novels, this is the better one.
Sure, if you say so. I liked Ghost Story.
It was fine.
What do you mean, man? He went and fought evil Bob in the Never Never.
Sure.
He went to war.
Yeah, he fought evil Bob, and he fought Corpse Taker, and he fought...
Yeah,
it was fine. And they fought a battle inside Molly's mind.
Yeah, that was cool.
It was meta as fuck.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was fine.
It was cool.
I like this one better.
This is a good one. I like this one. I'm reserving my judgment until we're done.
You're going to get to the end and you go, I fucking hated that.
No. I mean, I guess we are 2/3 of the way through. Butcher could fuck it up.
You want to read the very last page?
No, not at all.
No. Just the very last page.
No, not at all. Okay, so what are your predictions for next time, chapters 37 through 40?
Oh, geez, man, I don't know. I'm hoping we're going to get more Thomas.
He said 6 weeks.
Sure, a month.
So, April.
Yeah.
Month is 4 weeks.
I know.
So, April.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're in February. We're in, like, March.
We're in February. He hasn't said we're in March yet.
Well, let's see what the...
He does have a tendency to name drop the months at the beginning of the chapter.
37 does not have. All it says it's a Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday.
Doesn't say what month. So, okay. It's not March yet.
Did you pick up on the fact that Thomas's birthday is on Valentine's Day?
No, it's a week before Valentine's Day.
No. Their date was a week before Thomas's birthday, which is on Valentine's Day.
No, their date was a week before Valentine's Day, which was Thomas's birthday.
They, when they talk to Thomas, say that his birthday is a week from now.
Yeah.
And it's a week before his birthday now. His birthday is Valentine's Day.
Night of Love.
And Harry was born on the night of Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, parallels are weird.
Do you think that Margaret Le Fay induced her own pregnancies to fall on specific calendar dates? It feels like, given who their mother is, it's way too much to be coincidence that both of her children were specifically born on those days.
A little bit. When I say Night of Love, I meant night.
Mm-hmm.
K-N-I-G-H-T.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm still going with that theory.
Yeah.
And the fact that he was born on Valentine's Day makes it even...
You feel like that supports it.
I think it does.
I feel like, assuming it's intentional, right? And it's not just Jim being cute. I think it was maybe to imbue a level of protection onto Thomas, given his nature.
Maybe. He can still wield a sword and be a vampire.
That would be pretty wild.
Susan wielded one as a vampire. Susan wielded Amarachius as a vampire.
She wasn't turned yet. She was half turned.
Yeah, but...
She never fed.
I know.
She never fed.
She still wielded Amarachius after being tainted by the Reds.
Yes. That's not the same.
She still had the hunger.
You can't compare courts like that. They're not the same thing. Or at least I don't think they're the same thing.
No, but the precedent's there.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Thomas has wielded one of the swords before.
Like during changes? Hold on. Hang on. Murphy had a sword.
Murphy had Fidelicius. Amarachius was wielded by...
Susan. I don't think he gave out a third sword. He
No,
didn't have all
Sonya
three swords.
Sonya had Esperachius still.
Right.
Yeah.
He only gave out 2 swords that night. I don't think Thomas ever wielded a sword.
Maybe not in changes. Maybe he wielded it another time.
I don't think that's correct.
He was still able to touch it, because he collected Amarachius and brought it back to Harry in book 3.
I feel like grabbing it by the handle is not the same thing as touching the blade.
Wield it.
Yeah. But he didn't... Picking it up is not wielding it.
Right. Not in this sense, but he could still. What I'm saying is he can touch it and use it.
Right. Same way, like, Harry can touch it and use it in ways that it's not meant to be.
Sure.
And
I think
like
Thomas.
Murphy did
I
that
think
one
Thomas
time.
is going to be a knight.
Yeah, I know. Lots of people think Thomas is going to be a knight. I don't think so.
It's the one fan theory that I'm like kind of all in on.
Do you know what I actually genuinely appreciate? I appreciate that Harry is coming up with a solution to this problem that has nothing to do with Butters and his sword. Now, that said, I do think that Butters is going to be in this story, and I think it's going to be a bit later, because I think Harry is still mad guilty about fighting Sonya and Butters.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's been avoiding them.
Butters is in this book.
What makes you think that?
Butters is in the book.
You know Butters is in the book.
I don't know what context, I just know Butters is in the book somewhere.
Is this word of Jim, or were you spoiled?
May have glanced at something.
Okay. All
Somebody said, I can't believe it took so fucking long for us to see Butters.
right.
That's all I know.
Okay. Well, I can believe it.
Yeah.
Because I think Harry's mad guilty.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
He says so.
Yeah.
Maybe his arm will finally heal.
I think so. I think it'll have something to do with him talking to them. He might even talk to Rudolph. It wouldn't surprise me.
No.
It wouldn't surprise
Rudolph.
me. I agree. Fuck Rudolph.
Fuck
However,
with a rusty sport.
However, Harry feeling that way is not healthy.
Yeah, it's healthy.
No, it isn't.
No, he can keep feeling that way about Rudolph.
Just have the scar forever?
Sure.
Sure.
He's had worse injuries for longer.
But even the worst ones were still healing. This one refuses to heal.
That's okay.
He can just hold that hate forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until Rudolph dies. And then he'll feel fine.
I don't think that's how that works.
Fuck Rudolph.
It's not very Christian of you.
Rudolph's a terrible human being. He's also fictional.
I love that you paused a moment to think about that. And it's like, nah, he's a terrible human being.
He's also fictional. I don't think Jesus cares if I hate a fictional person.
Now, do you know that, though? Because I feel like if Jesus was reading a romance novel and, like, there was some guy that was being a shithead that, like, you know, the main character didn't understand, I feel like he'd be like, I think I know why he's like this. I think I can put my feet in his shoes.
Righteous anger's a thing. He whipped people out of a temple.
Yeah, for being money-hungry merchants in a temple. Context matters.
Yeah. And Rudolph's a crooked, money-hungry cop.
That's been speculated.
He got paid off.
And, you know, indications are strong that that is so, given it his house.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Rudolph's terrible.
Yeah. I don't know. I really want him to pull the Rudolph thread some more. I want to know more about that guy. I want to know why he is the way he is.
We're not ready for that yet.
Well, you're not ready for that yet.
None of the fandom is ready for that yet.
They're still in fuck Rudolph mode.
Yeah.
I'm past that.
We've been in fuck Rudolph mode for years.
Yeah, but I'm past that.
Glad you are. Harry's not.
Well, it's been a little longer for me than for him. Yeah. Next week, we're going to talk about chapters 37 through 40.
Woo! I'm excited.